Hey everyone, I was just talking with a client the other day who had two very good questions and I wanted to share it with you. The first was, when are interest rates going to go back down? And the second one, it's a related question, is the election coming up in 2024, how is that going to affect mortgage rates and the Fed's policy choices? Good questions. So a lot of people think that during an election year, the Federal Reserve rates will be lowered. Now, I can't tell you what's going to happen in the next year, in 2024, what are they actually going to do? But what I can tell you is that the fluctuations of interest rates are usually about the same in an election year than in any other year. And according to Marcus and Millichap, this has been true since about 1955. Now, as for the other question, I think John Chang, the SVP at Marcus & Millichap, said it best when he was talking about we have a bit of a generational gap at play. I think we need to understand, as real estate buyers, investors, and sellers, we need to understand when did we come into this industry and what are our expectations. So when did you become active? Was it before the global financial crisis of 2008? Was it after? Was it long before that? So these are the kind of things that set expectations. So what I'll do is I'll give you some numbers over some bear and bull markets since the mid-20th century, and this might give you a few interesting patterns to consider. So from 2009 to 2021, the average mortgage rate was 4%. The investors who were in the business between 2001 and 2008 were operating in a climate with a 6.1 average, which is pretty good. Between 1993 and 2000, the average rate was 7.9%. And between 1986 and 1992, the average was 9.9%. And from 1979 to 1985, the average mortgage rate was 13.4%. And from 1969 through 1978, the average was 8.6%. So depending on when you got into the business, and that just means when did you take a dive into owning real estate, whether you wanted to live in there or not, your definition of normal interest rates can vary quite a bit. So as you know, that the Fed has been trying to raise rates in order to slow down the economy, curb inflation, and pretty much bring things back to normal in terms of wages and earnings. I don't know if that's actually happening. Yes, the economy is slowing down, but is it enough? Well, the rates just went up a little more this week. Nearly 8%. I do believe that the Fed will try to stabilize this level, and now things are about on par where they were in the late 1990s. So that may be the new normal going forward. If we look at it historically, these things are slow to change. It shouldn't normally be this dramatic like it was in the last few years. So assuming that we are in the new normal, residential real estate market is going to take some time to recalibrate and get used to this. So the average price of an Austin home in May 2022 was $550,000, and now it is a little over 17% lower at $455,000. Year over year, it's come down 4%, which is October to October. I do expect the market to find its footing. It will acclimate and begin to pick up a little bit. That is my personal opinion. Just remember though, the future is uncertain. And if you want to talk more about this, be sure to give me a call and I'll help guide you home. This is Dave Powers signing off.